War Room Sports. www.warroomsports.com. What? Ain't no more to it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to OBR, Operation Battle Rap. This is the show brought to you by War Room Sports, where we talk about the battle rap culture and treat it like the sport it is. I'm your host, Jimmy, a.k.a. The Blueprint, at JW The Blueprint on Twitter. And with me today, I have two guests at the round table. It's Kyrie, a.k.a. Snowman WL662 on Twitter, and the homie Eddie Bailey of Savoy Media Group.
What's up?
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Man, you know, we just want to break down today. We want to go over this Bigg K and Rosenberg Raw battle. And, you know, just see what you guys think about it. I thought overall it was an excellent battle. I probably watched about 10 times already. What did you guys think about the battle overall?
I think it was one of the better battles of the year.
Okay.
It was a pretty good battle.
Pretty good battle? All right, no doubt. Before we get started, you know, of course, as always, got to do some shout-outs. Shout out to Chris and the whole Unbiased Review Facebook group. You know, as usual, they showed us a lot of love. Also, shout out to battlefix.com for posting our last video on their site. It's much appreciated. And also, shout outs to the people who left comments. One comment that I found on our one of our YouTube videos, which was an excellent comment, I just wanted to bring it up. You know, we go over this argument all the time, whether it's bars over everything or, you know, what makes a good battle rapper or a battle for that matter. And one of the comments I thought was dope was Mr. Lazy Rain on YouTube said, "Do you really believe in bars over everything? That's like putting a script over the movie itself." And I thought that was a dope comment. And I like the analogy. You know, and I responded to the comment basically saying that you can't put a script over a movie, but at the same time, if you get a great actor and a horrible script, you still have a horrible movie. And, you know, if you have an awesome actor, great actor, so basically it's a combination of both. You can't have a great script, you know what I'm saying, with a horrible actor, or even a horrible script with a great actor. You need both. So, you know, when it comes to battle rap, it's not just bars. Some people think bars over everything, but you need someone to be able to deliver it and, you know, have the charisma and bring a lot of other things to the table. So just wanted to give Mr. Lazy Rain props because I like the comment, you know. So keep the comments coming. Tell us how you feel about the topics we discuss and give your opinion because we want to know what your opinion is. With that being said, let's jump right into this battle, gentlemen. I'm going to start off with round one, and I'm going to start off with Eddie. What did you think of round one?
Round one was dope. The round one was dope. It was crazy. Bigg K came out on fire. I like the whole – see, I got notes now. I like the whole all right, I like the vision is 2020, 6 hours like Mississippi. I like that, but the only thing is there's only 4 hours in Mississippi. So maybe the bar went over my head, or maybe I don't know.
Now let me ask you. Well, hold on. Before you even finish your battle, Kyrie, did you get that line? Because I heard people were trying to break it down, and he was saying that, you know, Rosenberg's 2 eyes plus the 4 eyes in Mississippi equal. I heard so many different breakdowns. At this point, I don't know what he really meant, and maybe that was the point. Maybe it wasn't the point. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, maybe I'm crazy.
When he broke it down himself, he put 6 eyes in Mississippi, with the I and the 6 and the I and N added to the eyes in Mississippi.
Okay. He said that himself.
That was from his Twitter itself. So.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. My fault. Now back to you, Eddie. Go back to
Then I like the 30, 20, 20 split in half, like 50-50. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All punches, no personals. That was dope.
Yeah.
Big knots like Bill Collector. The only thing I would say about that bar is the fact that Bill Collector is not cool with Rosenberg anymore, so it wasn't as effective. IQ of a 2 Chainz fan was dope, but get into Rosenberg Raw, the bullets like Mutombo fingers, run up on Bigg K, turn him into a lowercase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I give that round to Bigg K.
Okay. Before I even get to you, Kyrie, I'm gonna give my opinion. I thought Bigg K spazzed out. He went crazy. You know, going into this battle, just to give some context, I was the only person who picked Rosenberg to win the battle. I said he would probably win it 2-1. Kyrie said Bigg K 3-0. And Eddie said Bigg K. I think you said 3-0 as well, didn't you?
I said 2-1.
2-1, okay. Either way, everybody, you know, picked Bigg K. I was the only one. And I'm not going to lie, when I saw his first round, I said, whoa, what's he
Yeah.
how's he going to compete? Big K went absolutely crazy. The Mick Foley line was dope. Yo, he said, your bitch topped the whole crew. We the two-play clan. Yo, that whole line when he broke it down. Yo, she sucked, you know what I mean? Yo, so he said to pay her for a mobile two-way plan. She got the IQ of a 2 Chainz fan. And I be busting through her walls like the Kool-Aid man. Yo, I flipped my laptop over. I said, yo, I don't know how he even going to compete with this man. He going bananas. He spazzed out. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. You know, Rosenberg was okay. His first round can't compare to Big K. Big K, and you know, we talked the last time, his pen game is crazy. His pen game is crazy. Like, it's one of them things, like, sometimes when, like, you know, not to bring him into this conversation, but sometimes when I watch B Magic battle, I say, yo, how do you even think of that? Like, what are you doing to make you think of some of the stuff that you write? So I thought that he totally spazzed. I don't even think it was close. Big K, round 1 easy. So you got Big K.
Did you hear what Heineken said?
What'd he say?
He said, he was talking to Chilla Jones in an interview. He said, yo, cats be thinking, what do you do in your spare time? Like, do you get any sex to come up with the lines you come up with?
Yeah. That
just reminded me of what he said.
Yeah, seriously.
That's crazy.
Big K spazzed out. See what Kyrie thinks, though. Kyrie, let's go to you now. First round.
I see it. I agree with both of y'all. I see it, Big K. Y'all pointed out a lot of the bars. I like the Mighty Ducks Goldberg flips that he did with the flying V. I also like the throwing racks on the roof like we going skiing. He had a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah, man. He spazzed out.
Besides Matumbo's fingers for Rosenberg, I also like the John Gruden bar also. But that was pretty much it. Yeah.
For me, that was the same thing. That was like the one bar I like, you know, but it couldn't compete with what Big K was throwing out there, man. He was, man. Anyway, we want to just jump right into round 2. We all got it 1-0 so far, Big K. So let's go back to you, Eddie. Round 2. What's your take on round 2?
Round 2 was good. Big K came with bars again. What did he say? I've been battling top tiers. That was crazy. Whew. That was dope. But let me tell you why I like that so much. Because he solidified his whole street credibility in that one line. And 2, he was saying, like, look, y'all cats talk about all this, but I've been in jail battling on top tiers. And, you know, you can take that either way, fighting and MCing.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. Then he got the whole thing is I had 4 people get killed, 4 of my guys murdered, 1 suicide. Again, solidifying his street credibility again. So it's more than just bars. But then, come on now, Rosenberg came with the personal stuff about the funeral. That was tough. I think that kind of shut Big K down. I give that to Rosenberg.
No doubt. Before Kyrie even goes, the top tier line was just mean. Hands on with the spot like a twister mat. Like, some of the stuff Big K was saying, I'm like, yo. I thought, honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I thought it was over. I was like, yo, what are you gonna do to come back from that, man? This dude is in his bag, and he's just like bar after bar, punch after punch. But then, like you said, Rosenberg, when he went, I'm gonna keep it a funky. I got the chills. I was like, ooh. And the thing is, people say now, they're saying that, well, he really doesn't have a brother. Some people say he was referencing a friend or something. You know, you call everybody your bro, what have you. It wasn't his blood brother. But I don't think that makes the round any less effective, because the fact of the matter is, Rosenberg, heard him say it in the battle. He didn't have that much footage out at this point, so he found a way to make it personal off of someone with not that much information out there about them. I thought that was dope. And when I first heard it, before I even knew anything about whether or not he had a brother, I could only imagine how it came across in the room. Because watching at home, like, I literally got the chills. Like, yo, he's talking like real talk to this dude. It's only a couple times I've watched battles that I literally watch it and I've got the chills. Like, like when Averb's third against Hitman, that was crazy. Of course, the Lux Calico. It's like a couple times, in history you hear around and you just get the chills, man, with somebody like talking that real talk to somebody. So I definitely would give it to Rosenberg. I was very impressed with him taking that angle. So because a lot of these guys who come from the proving grounds, there's not a lot of footage of them. You know what I mean? It's like when you battle T-Rex, everybody knows his entire life, so you kind of know the personals, what they're going to say. You know what I mean? Because he's been out there so long and his life is an open book, so to speak, within the culture. But to find the personal to go at Big K with and for it to come across the way it did, it kind of like saved him in a sense and made the battle competitive because I thought Big K was about to run away with it. When he hit him with that, man, I said, woo, that was tough.
It turned the whole battle around.
Turn the whole battle around. And yo, I don't know whether it affected Big K or not, but it may have, and we'll get into that later. But I definitely got to give this to Raw, and I salute him for that, you know, even coming with that angle. Kyrie, what's your opinion?
My opinion on this round, y'all pointed out some of Big K's hot bars in that one, but I also like the OxyClean line. Scrub the spot out like OxyClean. The make the brown bubble like Star Crunch. I thought that was hot. Run through like first base. I thought that was hot. And Raw, the whole brother angle, although it was very effective and it was good. I don't think it was enough to overcome the punches that were being landed by Big K. Wow. So I got him too. Got him on second round also.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting because. Although I agree, Big K was hitting him like it's one of them things where it's like Big K was hitting him and hitting him and hitting him, and I thought it was very effective. But once Raw went and said what he said, I forgot everything Big K said. Real talk, I forgot everything he said. It's sort of like, and I hate to keep referencing other battles, but when watching that Verb and Hitman battle, after that whole Big Gerald thing, I forgot everything Hitman said.
True, but
I know some people don't believe in knockouts, so
that Big Gerald thing was just that Big Gerald thing took it for that saved Aver.
Yo, because for me, I forgot everything else in that battle.
But was one of them. Would the Big Gerald thing had worked if Gerald not said anything?
Great question.
Then it probably wouldn't have worked.
It may not have worked though, but the fact of the matter is,
it may not have worked.
Now that's a classic moment. That goes down in history, man. Like if he didn't. I
don't think Raw's angle was as powerful as the Big Gerald thing.
I don't know, man. I think it was, man. I think for one, you got one thing. Averb and Hitman, they know each other. They're like brothers, so to speak. I mean, Raw doesn't even know, like Jimmy said, Raw don't even know this dude like that. But then Big, when he was saying it to Big K, it wasn't like Big K was denying it. So it seemed all the more true.
He looked kind of salty. If you ask me, he looked like damn.
Exactly. Like, he looked guilty. He looked like, damn, what I'm going to say to that?
Yeah. You know, it's like when somebody hitting you with facts, there's nothing you really can do about it. I kind of thought the momentum shifted right there. I mean, I get what Kyrie's saying because, you know, again, I see everything online, so I see people debating the battle, and some people still gave round 2 to Big K. You know, I'm not going to argue with you because the dude's pen game is out of this world. I won't deny that. I won't deny that. But for me, just from, like, an emotional standpoint, watching that battle, and I watched it several times. And even when I watch it, you know, on the 9th time, 10th time, the second round still gets me like, sheesh. Yeah. So, you know, I'll give it the Raw.
When I judge these battles, I judge with the similar to Nameless 2.0. So, it's, you know, shout out to Nameless and his judging system, but that's what I use.
Okay, no doubt.
Variation of.
I got you, no doubt, no doubt.
If you don't know what Nameless 2.0 is, I advise y'all to get in your battle right bag.
No doubt. Shout out to Nameless 2.0. Let's go in round 3 now. So, Eddie, how did you judge round 3?
Well, again, Big K came out with some stuff about the gun button your freckles off. I didn't even know Rosenberg had freckles until that bar was said. And then the whole thing, look at my notes about did your boys ride your dick all the way to the battle? Like little stuff like that is funny. But then he choked.
Okay.
And I don't even think Rosenberg's third round was as good as his third round before he choked, but I have to give it to Rosenberg's off a technicality just because he choked. So I have to give this whole battle to Rosenberg 2-1. I know I said Big K, but I think hadn't he choked, I would have given it to Big K because Rosenberg's round wasn't as strong as the second.
Now we're going to get into that. Let me before I even go, let me just ask Kyrie his opinion before we get into that. Kyrie, what's your opinion on third?
Third, you got the dick eater right here on his dick bar. I like that. Put some lean in him like a styrofoam cup. I thought that was crazy.
That was dope.
You're gonna leave here punch drunk, would get all this wild Irish rose, crazy. The whole jokes about him getting high off candy, I thought that was hot. Take his body on the face like a tear tat, crazy. The whole class act kid play Blade Brown scheme was crazy. And the way he ended it with the I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You just got 3 O's. I thought that was hot too. Raw had pretty much only one hot bar for me, and that was the whole what you looking for OxyContin bar.
Yeah.
If I have to judge this round, I would say it's a draw, even with the choke. But without the choke, it would be a 3-0 body bag, in my opinion. But if you want me to give a round, I'll give it to Rosenberg.
Now, I was interested to see, and I didn't talk to you about this battle all week just because I wanted to see what you would say because, if I'm not mistaken, you're the guy that says if you choke, you automatically lose the round.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a choke, though.
That was a choke.
Now let's get into that.
No, let's see. This is my point to that. If you watch the Hitman Holler versus Goods battle with the whole leave without your hand situation,
leave without your hand. Yeah.
The way Goods handled that, he sat there quietly, asked him if he wanted to go, let him get himself together. Rosenberg, as soon as he stumbled on one word, he turned my mic on, he started yelling and getting the crowd all hyped. I don't think Big K had a chance to come right back.
Well, my question is this. Hold on, before you even finish. Is that more of Rosenberg's fault or is it more of Big K's inexperience? Because
a little bit of both, but I think you should handle yourself better in that situation.
I don't put the blame on Rosenberg at all. He's not the one that choked. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's if you consider it a choke. Now, let me just give my point. When Big K started going off again, it's one of them. Every time he started going off, I'm like, yo, what's Raw going to do? Second round, I thought Raw came back and hit him with the haymaker to win the round. The third round, it's kind of hard for me to judge because I agree with Eddie. If not for the stumble, I'm not necessarily saying it's a choke. If not for the stumble, I probably would have given it to K. Raw was solid. It wasn't great, but because of the stumble, I probably would give it to Raw 2-1. And also, like the fact that Raw still, he was – this is the best I've seen him because he's always been accused of not finishing battles or what have you. So he definitely did finish the battle. His energy was there, his delivery, his crowd control. His bars may not have been right there on a par of a Big K, but I definitely would give him the third just because of the stumble. Now, my question to you guys is I don't think it was a choke. I think it was more of a stumble than a choke. Because to me, a choke is when you just can't remember your lines and you can't even go. He picked back up. But to Kyrie's point, I don't blame Rosenberg for the way he behaved because at the end of the day, he's not the one that stumbled.
True,
I think it was an experience thing because an experienced MC would have like it's sort of like Big K's reaction made the stumble worse than what it really was. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean?
And then even after the stumble, his confidence was gone.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, Eddie, what you saying? Oh, Eddie, your audio is kind of acting up.
Am I good now?
Yeah, there you go. Now, what were you saying?
It was a choke because a choke is when you stop. He stopped. It doesn't matter if he picked back up like a minute after or 5 minutes after. The fact remains that he stopped. It wasn't a stumble. When people stumble, they stumble over a word and keep going.
Okay.
Smack had to say, "Do you still want to go?" for him to keep going. If hadn't Smack said that, everybody would have said it was a choke. It was a choke because when you're in the middle of battling and you stop, you choked. Just like choke. You stop breathing, you stop rapping, choke.
So you consider it a choke?
It was a choke.
Okay, that's interesting. I was looking to like have this discussion with you guys to see how you felt about that third round because this was so difficult to judge, in my personal opinion. Because before the stumble, choke, whatever you want to call it, he was going off. And just that fine line between, say, a stumble and a choke. Kyrie said he considers it more the stumble, as do I, because to me a choke is more like, Lux's first round when he just couldn't go. And he just said, look, go ahead.
But you know what, though?
K-Shine's last against John.
What'd you say, who's last?
K-Shine.
No, I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. The reason I wouldn't say that is because K-Shine got out so many bars and see, I think K-Shine found a way around that with that whole shit. I give him more. I mean, he found a way. So I guess if he starts to stumble, he can play it off.
I think but look at this. But even how you defining a choke now, it's a fine line between a choke in the stumble of based on how you define it now, because let's say, for example, Lux.
Okay.
Now, Smack gave Lux at least over a minute to get himself together.
Yeah.
Clearly. Let's say he gave him 5 more minutes and he remembered his lines. Would that still not be a choke?
Good point.
Or would it be a stumble?
Point. No, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say a choke is when you stop. Big K said and stopped and walked off. Everybody was cheering, and to credit Rosenberg, that's a competition. If I'm emceeing, if we battling, and you do that, I'm saying turn my mic on, because that's my opportunity.
You're right.
To win the battle. It's just
Kyrie wants us to have mercy in this sport. If this is indeed a sport, I agree with you, Eddie. Like, you got to do what you got to do to get the W, man. So
you got to get that W.
To me, I give it to Rosenberg 2-1. I know there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me. But at the end of the day, that stumble, choke, whatever you want to call it, possibly cost him the battle. But at the end of the day, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think there's no losers in this, because his stock has to rise whether you say he lost this battle or whether you say he won this battle.
I agree with that.
Because his pen game, and man, shout out to him, man, because, and shout out to Rosenberg too, because they two young dudes. Like, Rosenberg's young. And I see both of them winning. And it's one of those battles where they both, at the end of the day, win. But if I had, just judging it, I give it 2-1 Raw. But Big K, he impressed me, man. Like,
yeah, he did.
He definitely impressed me, man, because that pen game is ridiculous, man.
Right.
So, Kyrie, you got a 2-1 K. Yep. I got a 2-1 Raw. Eddie, you got a 2-1 Raw. All right,
and let me
go ahead, Eddie.
Can I just say something too about Raw and Big K?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Raw really surprised me. Like, he came really hard this battle.
Yeah.
And I think I hope it doesn't. I hope Big K, for one, Big K's performance was crazy. He truly impressed me again. I'm a Big K fan now.
Yeah,
but
as we all are.
I hope that his performance doesn't overshadow Raw's performance, because Raw had a damn good performance.
Yeah, this was an excellent battle, man. It definitely was an excellent
battle for him, and I just want to shout out Rosenberg Raw, because I think a lot of people probably had Big K 3-0. Like I said, with the second verse and then the third round choke, I think that put Raw 2-1.
I mean, this is one thing that I love about this sport, because having conversation with everybody during the course of the week, I've seen Big K 3-0. I've even seen people say Raw 3-0. Big K 2-1, Raw 2-1. And, people have points as to why they think each MC won. And like I said, this is one of those battles where at the end of the day, they both did win in terms of, like, building their profile and the experience of being in this battle. Raw definitely impressed me because he didn't falter like he usually does later in the actual battle. That second round, that angle, that was something else. Like, this is like playing chess. He had that move, because before he pulled that move out, I'm not even going front. I was like, ooh. And he pulled that move out, and it just changed the entire the whole entire battle changed to me at that point in round 2. Kyrie, anything else you want to say about the battle?
I think this battle was pretty much, what style do you like better? I mean, if you prefer the Rosenberg style, I can see people saying he 2-1, 3-0. I think it's a style thing. For this battle.
I mean, that's interesting, because honestly, I probably would be more of the punch guy. Like, I love punches. Like, I love punchline guys. I love gum. I love everything. But when somebody can say something like as an MC, and I literally get the chills, or like moves me emotionally, it's like nothing's better than that.
Yeah, I think also. I think it's a skill. I think it's a matter of skill. I personally think Big K, his pen game is a little bit more advanced in terms of punchlines and battling than, let's say, Rosenberg.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said,
because he's been battling top tier, man.
He been battling top tier. I think Rosenberg was very. That was a slick move he pulled. That was very. It was shrewd.
Yeah, definitely.
It was very shrewd.
That's why I said
I think that he used his business sense on that one, and he just went this whole entire angle that turned the battle into his favor. And I just got to give credit for that. Like, that was brilliant.
I mean, we're on the same page in terms of that. But at the end of the day, this is one of them things, man, where I may change my mind, but I think it's definitely a great classic battle, because Big K has the quotables for days. That IQ of the 2 Chainz fan had me in tears. And shout out to the whole URL, man, because my new thing now is, when I argue with my girl and whatnot, and I feel like I make a valid point, I just start saying Don DeMarco. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but anyway. With that being said, people out there, let us know who you feel won. Also, let us know whether you consider that a stumble or a choke, because I'm anxious to see what people have to say about that, because that is kind of what the battle hinges on to some people, whether you can give him that round, considering the stumble or choke, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Because some people are of the opinion that if you stumble or choke, you automatically lose the round. And I know Kyrie, me and him had the conversation before, and he was of that opinion that stumble or choke, you automatically lose a round.
Not stumble. I don't think stumbles lose a round.
But chokes lose a round.
Chokes lose a round.
But I think the whole choking thing has been redefined since the whole Lux battle, though, because some people say I was there at the battle. That dude choked, and some people were even saying, well, he meant to do that. Lux ain't throwing away no round. So now I kind of think like
you were on stage on that battle, weren't you?
Yeah. I think to Kyrie's point where he was saying that it's a matter of who you like in this battle, I think sometimes when it comes to people stumbling or choking, it's the matter of, well, who you like or who you want to win.
Yeah, if that's your guy, he really didn't choke you. Stumble, you know what I mean? I got you. So, we try to be objective. We try to be objective in here. So for me, I definitely gave it to Raw, and I'm not going to lie. If not for that stumble, choke, whatever you want to call it, I may have given it to K, but with that being said, I don't want to take away anything from either MC. They both were dope. But let us know how you feel in the comments. Let us know what you think with the stumble or choke and whether you can win with that. The craziest thing I heard this week is somebody told me if you stumble or choke in a battle at all, you should lose the whole battle.
Nah.
Yeah, somebody told me that. But,
that's probably some more old school stuff.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Before they had cameras.
No doubt. And shout out to everybody who watches the video. And also, hit me up on Google+, because guess what? Not only do we talk battle rap on Twitter and Facebook, we also have a new group on Google+ where we argue the battles. And, this is what we do. We love arguing the battles and the culture. And also, me and Kyrie will be in the building this Sunday, to see the battles coming up, to see Armageddon. So, if you see us there, come holler at us.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, any last words, you guys?
No, I'm good, man. Shout out to both MCs.
Absolutely. Well, until next time, everybody, don't accept mediocrity and be steadfast in the war against ignorance. It's been another episode of the OBR, and we out of here.
Kuwait is the war room with 5 nights at the round table, 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.